To help celebrate the 4th of July, I grab one of our pillow blanks and head over to Silhouette Studio to design my own image to celebrate Independence Day. I'm new at Silhouette, so this should be fun. I begin this little journey in Google Images, where I find a field of blue stars that I like, save it, and then upload it into Silhouette Studio. Then I highlight the field of stars and go into the trace panel, which looks like a butterfly to me. It's on the right-hand rail, and I trace and detach. This makes all the little stars separate, so I can start playing around with them any way I want. Once I have the field of stars exactly the way I want it, I highlight the image and group it. Next, I created a box which resembled the area that I would have to work with on my pillow. This gave me my boundaries. And after that, I started working with my copy. And I have to tell you, this took a long time and a couple of different moments in Word Market to help me find the right type. I finally selected DIN alternate as my font, and then just began working with the copy. I created separate lines for each line of copy. Once I finished my flag, I decided I wanted an embellishment, so it was back to Google Images where I downloaded Tribal Eagle and inserted it into my library. And finally, it was time to heat press. So I had my press set on about 315 and put my 3 different images down to press. First, I put the hologram eagle down so I could lay the copy over it, and then finally went the field of stars. Once I was finished and looked at it, I decided it needed something else. So back to the drawing board. I found a beautiful piece of pattern vinyl in my stash, and I thought it would make a great frame. So I took a picture of the vinyl and uploaded it into my Silhouette Studio. Then I took 2 separate boxes and aligned them, went into the Modify panel and divided it. Took out the middle part. Then I put the middle part on top of my pattern vinyl and did the same thing to create the frame. After sending my pattern vinyl through the cutter, I took my Tweety light and weeded out the center of it. And you know, of course, you can keep that center and reuse it just by applying more mask on top of it. Next, I took a roll of transfer tape and cut it to the size of my frame, and took my squeegee and started to burnish the transfer tape on top of the pattern vinyl. You want to do this carefully and move from the middle out. Once I removed the adhesive backing from the pattern vinyl, I headed back to the heat press and started positioning my frame onto the pillow. I took my time here and measured it to make sure I was getting it in the middle, even though I had already pressed a center line onto the pillow. Then I heat pressed it a couple of times and it was done. This is my 4th of July pillow that I'm so happy with. Thanks, everyone. For more tutorials like this, just subscribe to our YouTube channel and remember to hit the bell to be notified of all new tutorials. Thanks again, everyone.